server. Okay, so right now, like what I'm actually doing. Okay, so if you go to your command prompt, okay, uh, and ping google.com. Okay, what I'm actually trying to show is like what is domain name, what is internet, something like that, so that I can actually once I come back, I'll relate to you guys. Okay, so this is an IP address. Okay, this is the IP address of google.com. If you're connected to internet, you can ping this. Okay, he'll be giving you the IP address of it. Okay, so if you just come and write the IP address, I didn't write google.com, I wrote the IP address. If I enter, you can see what is happening. It is going to google.com. So google.com is actually a domain name. Okay, basically internet is like connection of so many computers. So many computers. So if I want to access your computer, if I know your IP address, I can connect to your laptop and start working on you using so many protocols like FTP, SSH, TLS, okay, Telnet, any number of so many kinds of protocols are there. Right now we are talking about HTTP. So these are the methods: get, help, post, put, delete, and all. Okay, get method is basically a request to go and get an HTML file. Okay, post method is something like, okay, you are also sending the data from your system to the other system. Like when you use a login page or something, you're writing your email ID and password. That actually you're writing from your system. You're not writing in the server part. You're writing in your system. Okay, so this data he has to give it to the server. So he has to take the data from here to that server place. Okay, so the method directly get method cannot be used there. Post method. Okay, there is a head method. Head method is only to see whether the server is alive or not. Okay, yeah. So what I'm actually telling you is like the moment I came here and wrote google.com, it is downloading this HTML page for me. Okay, so instead of doing this manually, okay, I'll be writing a Python script to do it. Okay, and this complete HTML page, okay, I can download in my system. Okay, I can see it in my interpreter. Okay, if you are using Anaconda Navigator, then Jupyter Notebook, you can use Jupyter Notebook as well. Okay, I asked you people to install in the last session, like 12:50. I asked you to install ideally. Okay, Python. Go to python.org and install it. Okay, if you have installed that also, it's good. Okay, let it open. Yeah. So how do I connect now from Python script to internet? Okay, there is a module with the name request. Okay, request, import request. Please try to run this in your system. If you get error, please tell me. Run this in your system, import request. Is it working in all the systems? Everybody's systems? Hello? Actually, this should not work 100%. This should be an error in your system. Okay, import request. So I know like the people who are practicing 100%, they will get an error. If you are not getting, that means you are not doing it. Yeah, no one got error.
Errors. stdio file.
Sorry.
Module not found. Errors.
Yes. What the issue you will get? Request module is not there. You will get an error like this. Okay. The solution for that is like command prompt. To go, should go to command prompt and write pip install request. Okay. This is a package which is not given by Python to us. Okay. We have to explicitly install it. Okay. If you are running in Jupyter Notebook, okay, just do it here. Import request. I have here, but if you're running in here, you can just write pip install exclamatory mark pip install request. Okay, you can also do this. Okay, Actually, I already have this, so it actually goes to install this one and try to install it. Requirement already satisfied, it is telling, because I already have this. But the people who don't have, okay, they will get downloading thing, okay, and it will be getting downloaded in your system. Yeah. Once it is installed, please let me know. Okay, we will continue the session. Is it done for the people who are trying it?
Sir, can we continue it in Jupyter Notebook only?
Yeah, you can do, not an issue. You can do it here only. Okay, is it installed? Request is installed in your systems. If it is installed,
Yes,
the
sir.
next command what you need to do is like data is equal to, means, or else like any variable you can take. I usually take data. Okay, request dot get. Okay, so I'm directly using the HTTP protocols functions, that is get method, head method, post method, like that. So get method is actually to get the data. I just have to specify him the URL. Okay, so I want to talk to google.com actually, so I'll just specify him the URL. I'll copy this URL, okay, and paste it here. You can see when I paste URL, the complete string from HTTP is coming. Okay, HTTPS colon double quotes, means double slash www.google.com. Okay, if I do this, if it is in, if I have internet, then only it works. Okay, if not, it will throw error. Okay, so right now what it will do is like it will go to internet. Okay, download the HTML page and give it in the file data. Okay, and this data, you can see the complete HTML file. I can actually see in this data.text variable. Okay, you can see the complete HTML file of google.com is here. Okay, so this is the person who understands HTTP, means HTML, I think they can see it in the proper format. Okay, this is how you can actually connect to this. Okay, try this. If you are getting error, please tell me, let me know. Import request request.get google.com. You can actually connect to any of the websites. Okay, any of the websites. You're talking about APIs. Anybody knows what is an API? Yeah, API. Nobody.
Sir, it is an application programming interface.
How it is used? Can you please tell me? Like, you can just enlighten me about it. Like, how does it used? What is how your APIs are used? Or like, what is the basic concept of API? Why we need APIs? You can let me tell anything, whatever you know about API.
Interactions between the softwares, multiple software APIs are used.
Okay. So this is true what she is telling. Okay. But let me give a very layman idea about what is an API. Okay. See what happens right now is like, okay, I want to, means on my mobile, I want to do weather forecasting. Okay, I'm going to do weather forecasting project right now. Okay, I want to do weather forecasting. I want to see what is the weather of Davangere is. Okay, can I do it by using any sensors in my mobile? It will be difficult. Okay, I don't have any sensor in mobile which tells me the things. Okay, so what is happening? If internet is there, it will work. Okay, so basically what happens is like, who is doing this weather forecasting things to us? India. For India, I think it is like ISRO people. I don't know exactly. Okay, they might be the people who are helping us to do it. Okay, they have launched the satellites. Okay, and with those satellites data they are doing it. Okay, so if I want to build a project, okay, I cannot launch a satellite and do weather forecasting project. Okay, so it is going to be very costly for me. Instead of that, what I will do is like I'll ask these people, okay, please provide me the data. Okay, and I mean every time I cannot go ask them manually and take it. Okay, so what they will do, they will put the data in the format of like JSON or anything in the format of, and they'll put it for the cloud or something somewhere in the internet. Okay, or any way it can be done, we can directly connect to it if it is a local system. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is like we are going to connect to their softwares from our software. Okay, so I am writing my software code, okay, where I'm designing UI and all. I'll be giving the city name. Okay, based on my city name, I don't have a software which actually gets the data from the clouds and tell me. Okay, so ISRO has prepared such kind of thing. Okay, so he'll be giving me an API key or something like that. Okay, so I'll be using that API to talk to him. Okay, so there will be a protocol to talk to him also. Okay, so let us see, there is an API from one of the website, okay, called as Open Weather API. Okay, you people can also use this. Okay, this is kind of free of cost for study purpose, not for commercial purpose. For study purpose, it is free of cost. Okay, so go to this website, openweatherapi.com. Yeah, this one, openweatherapi.org. Okay, this website, open.website. Here are the APIs. There are so many APIs they have given. Okay, I'll be using one among them, that is like API doc. If I go, you can see there are so many APIs. Okay, they have provided us api.openweather.org. These are called as REST APIs. Okay, so we need not to change anything into it. Only the city name if I give, okay, it will be taking this and giving to me. Okay, so they have created an API and given us. Okay, let us see like, okay, how does this API works. Have they given us any example here? No. Okay, let me just take this and show it to you. Okay, you have to paste it here. Okay, so he's telling this API key is not there. Okay, so where will I get API? I have already created an account. Okay, and these people want you to create an account and log in there, so that for each and every person the API key is completely different. Okay, so I'll be logging into my account. Okay, when I log into my account, there is a part called as API keys. If I go to this API keys, I'll be able to see my API keys. Okay, so I'm copying my API key. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so if I provide my API key to him, okay, let me just take it. Sorry, I have taken, I have to only take this much. If I enter, you can see he is giving me the data according to London. Okay, the London's data I'm getting. Okay, I don't want London's data, I want Davangere data. Let us see like, okay, whether he knows which city is Davangere or not. So he's giving me Davangere's data. Okay, so today's Davangere's humidity is 41. Okay, temperature is how much? Minimum temperature is 300 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, degree Fahrenheit in the sense that is 27 degree, I think. Yeah, 273 minus we have to do. That is anyway 27 degree. Okay, 27 or 26.4 degree is the temperature of today's. Okay, temperature minimum and temperature maximum is so much. Okay, humidity is so much. Sunset will happen at 16, means the timings they have given. Okay, so this is the API. Okay, so using this API, okay, see this is a REST API. Instead of Davangere, I want to see Bangalore's data. Okay, just change Bangalore. Okay, it will be doing this for me. Okay, as I did, I wrote a 2 lines of code. Okay, to import the data of google.com. Okay, once I imported request module, okay, I was able to get this. Okay, So instead of this URL, okay, I'll be providing my data URL to him. I don't want this. Okay, I don't want google.com. I want this. Okay. Yeah. So I'll be pasting this URL over here. Okay. And once I paste this URL, I'll run this. You can see the data of that is given to me here. Okay. So Bangalore's data is given to me. I wrote Bangalore, so it's giving me Bangalore's data. If I write Davangere, okay, it will be giving me Davangare's data. Okay. So this is how we usually call APIs. Okay. In not just in Python, it depends actually everywhere. Okay. So request is a module like these people are working on helping programmers to connect to HTTP protocol and connect to internet, and we have got packages in Java with the same name of request and all. Okay. So right now, what is the type of this? I means okay. Let me define my problem statement for now. Okay, the project what I'm going to do. What is the problem statement I'm going to take, and how I'm actually going to come about this thing. Okay, so right now I want to build a UI. Okay, where if I enter the city name, okay, it should be telling me, okay, what is the temperature of the city name. Okay, so the moment I write city name and then submit the button, it should display on the screen that, okay, this is what is the temperature of this city. Okay, so here I have already have a code where if I write the city name, it is giving me the temperature, but the data is not so clean. It is junk data. Okay, so when it comes to data science also, whenever you're trying to collect data set, okay, you might be using request module to collect data set as well. So this is a data set for weather forecasting I'm taking. If you want to do projects on drought prediction, rainfall prediction, such kind of things, okay, this might be the this might be one of the reference for you. Okay, you can collect data from here as well. Okay, so now what is the type of this data.txt? It is a string. Okay, so if I see data.txt, it is difficult for me in a string. If I want only this temperature thing, okay, how should I get this? If I have a string, I want to get only this 300.6 from this complete string. I want to do only take up that. Okay, how can I do this? Anybody can tell me how can I take out only this data from this string? Yeah. So I taught you a concept of data slicing, right? Okay. So text, I can write slicing. Okay. So I have to know what is the index of this. Okay. And what is the index of this to get this 300.6. Okay. So this time the string might be the same. Okay. I'll means it will not vary. Index will not vary. But the next time I'll give Davangere instead of Bangalore. If I give, the index might change. Okay. So string is not a proper data for me to parse through the data. Okay. But if you observe this, this is in the format of dictionaries of dictionaries. This format is called as JSON. Please note down JSON. Okay, and JSON is a module. Okay, JSON is a format used in all over the companies today's. Okay, today for to transfer any kind of data. Okay, so we are building up so many applications for other colleges and all. Okay, so there all the data we are trying to send in the format of JSON itself. Okay, so if you see, observe this JSON. This is in the format of dictionaries in Python programming. If I speak, okay, if you actually think about like other normal format, okay, it is JSON format. So you have to import. There is a module called as JSON. Okay, please import this module. Okay, JSON. Okay, once you import, okay, I will convert this. Okay, I will convert this data text into dictionary. Okay, if it is a dictionary, it is easy for me to parse through. Okay, so data.txt. How do I convert it to dictionary? I cannot directly write DICT. Okay, that is going to be inappropriate. Okay, it won't be able to do it. Okay, so what I need to do is like there is something called as JSON.loads. Okay, JSON.loads. Okay, this will convert this text into, okay, so the string into this one. Okay, so if I see now the type of, what is the type of this data? Okay, it is dictionary. Okay, so when it is a dictionary, I can see what is the keys of it. Okay, yesterday I was telling you, right, what is the keys? The keys are like crude. Okay, so crude, the value is this weather. Okay, clouds, these are all keys. Okay, so not weather, it is starting from here, and the next is actually base. Okay, here. So weather is a key, and the value for it is like from here to here. Okay, so I have base. Okay, and then main. Inside main, I have got actually temperature. So if I want only this, okay, how can I do? I can do data of main. Okay, so if I do data of main, you can see it is again a dictionary. What is the type of this data of main? It is again a dictionary. Temperature feels like, okay, temperature minimum, maximum. Okay, this is giving. I want only temperature minimum. Okay, how can I do that? At least this people can answer. How can I get only from this data? I want to get only data temperature maximum. The output should be only 300.6. Okay. Anybody can tell me how can I do this? I'll just do, as this is a dictionary, I'll just do another one key value to him and he'll give me the value. Okay, so what is the temperature minimum? What is temperature minimum? This one. Okay, so you got this. Okay, so here is where I'm actually connecting to internet and trying to get this. Okay, so I'll make it in a single cell. Okay, so it looks like a code to us. Okay, and then directly data dot mean. Okay, so I cannot directly do this. I need one more line. This is this. Okay, so input request JSON. Okay, once I get the data, I'm converting that to dictionary and I'm printing this. Okay, 300. What is this actually? Print temp min is equal to temperature is equal to 300.6. Okay, if I actually want to convert it to Celsius, I'll just do 273 minus 273. Okay, why I'm doing this to convert it to Celsius. Okay, so in the format of Celsius, 27 degree is the 27.6 degree is the temperature of Davangere. Sorry, yeah, Davangere it is. Okay, so right now this code is hard coded. Okay, only it works for Davangere. Okay, manually I have to go and change this. Okay, which is not really good. Okay, so here I am going to do concatenation. Okay, I'm going to take a variable city. Okay, this city I'm going to ask from the user. Okay, so I'm asking him the user input is a function. I hope you remember yesterday I have taught you this. Enter city. Okay, so if I run this now, he'll be asking me to enter the city. Okay, here I can manually enter the city name. Okay, Davangere if I tell. Okay, it get me the Davangare's data. Okay, if I run this again, if I give Bangalore. Okay, sorry, spelling of Bangalore is wrong. Bangalore. Bangalore's data is 27. It is 2 degree less than India, Davangere. Okay, so yeah, so you can see 6 lines of code. Okay, it can do what? It can take a city name and do this. Okay, why it is being only 6 lines of code is because we are using an API. You're using someone's else software to do this. Okay, so as we are to develop a project, okay, as and we cannot means we should take a temperature sensor and all. Okay, instead of going for that, they can directly use this. But this data is only based on the city name. But if you want the room temperature of your classroom, okay, you might have to use a temperature sensor over there. Okay, so right now this is the background code of mine. Okay, I want to design a front end right now. Is there any doubt? Is there any specific thing? You can please try this. Okay, the people who are trying this, okay, please make sure you're writing the same key, because if you generate your key also in API.weather open, if you create an account also, key generation would take 24 hours. Okay, so if you are trying this, please note it down from only these 6 lines of code and you can try this. Okay, here the process what I explained is required, really required for you to understand JSON parsing. Okay, so you can also put in your technical skills. I know JSON. If you write the keyword JSON, okay, they will be like, means the Naukri.com people will, when the recruiters are searching for profiles, okay, they'll be looking for these such kind of words. Okay, JSON, Python, machine learning, okay, algorithms like specific algorithms like decision tree, okay, packages name also will be specifically taken like pandas, okay, yeah. Please try this in your system. After this, we will go for your UI thing. That's the reason. Please, I want you to try this now itself. Anybody has any issue, please let me know. Yeah, is it working? You guys are not responding. Yes. Okay.
Sir, share the screen, sir.
Just a minute. Yeah. If you're done with this thing, and please let me know so that I can continue with this. Okay. Okay, done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is it working?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So as I said, okay, I'll be now trying to design. Means I'll tell you the design what I'm actually looking for right now. Okay, I'm going to do a very basic design because we don't have much time to do very good UI and all. Okay, but I'll show you a 3 lines of code. Okay, um, which will help us to like create a window. Okay. Just see this, okay, what this thing will do. I'm writing 3 lines of code and I'll run this. Okay, you can see what is the output of this. Okay, it actually created this UI. Okay, so if I close this here, you can see it is a star mark. The moment I close it, okay, it is going to be released. Okay, so these 3 lines of code, what it is actually doing, it is trying to help me out to develop a Windows based GUI, graphical user interface. Okay, the module name is called as Tkinter. Okay, please try this. Actually, it is better if you do like this from Tkinter import star. Okay, so actually we don't know like how many things we are going to use from this Tkinter. Okay. If you want to see what all there in this Tkinter, just do this Tkinter. You can see there is something called as active bottom button is there. Okay, if you want button, you'll be using this button. If you want the entry box, you'll be using entry box. Okay, text box. If you want the image to insert, you'll be using img image. Okay, so basically like how you do HTML, na? Similar way, if you want just a scroll bar, if you want a radio button, you'll be using tags over there. Here it is just a attribute. Okay, just call the attribute, it will come. Okay, so right now, see when I run this, okay, then the name of this is called as TK. I don't want TK over here. Okay, I want the title to be something like this. What I want the title to be GUI. Okay, so if I run this, the TK is changed to GUI. Okay, so if you compare, or ideally is also built on Tkinter module only. Okay, so this yeah. Actually, if you learn this, you can build your own Python interpreter as well. Okay, you can see, but here it takes a lot of practice to understand and develop this. Okay, you can see. So he has added a logo here. Okay, so our right now I didn't add any logo, so it is normal that Tkinter's logo. 3.7 they have written. Okay, if you want to add a menu, you can add a menu like this. They have a text box. Okay, and they have integrated it. Okay, so if I also want to add a text box, I'll just do it. How? T1 is equal to, there is something called as text box in this. Yeah, yeah, text. Just put this text over here. Okay, and once I take this, okay, I have to fit this. Okay, I can directly use place or grid. Right now I'll be using place. After that I'll be showing you how to use grid. Okay, so you can see right now when I yeah. So this text I have to also pass window. Okay, for which window I need to do this. Okay, use grid itself. Grid means it is like we have to specify the row as well as column. You can see in this GUI right now I got a text, okay, where I can actually type anything. So there he has written like this, okay, it looks something like this, right? People can build this, but background he has also used Python interpreter code there, so that's the reason. Okay, that code you can also get it from the open source for Python. It's an open source code. Okay, if you know C programming, then you can download the C code of Python, okay, the interpreter, and then you can change accordingly however you want. Okay, now I want a UI, okay, which has, okay, I want a UI which has with the actually it looks something like this. Okay, I'll show it in Paint. Okay, how I need it. Okay, I want a box. Okay, inside that I need uh, something like this. Okay, a label. Right now I'm still planning to do this. Okay, so let a simple design I will do it. Okay, so here it should be written like enter city name. Okay, enter city. It should be written. A label should be there. Okay, here I need a place to enter it. Okay, here I need to tell temperature minimum is. Okay, so I'm just giving a simple thing to you. Maybe don't temperature minimum is. Okay, we use very good front end if you want. Okay, you should be learning HTML, CSS, and then you'll be doing with that with the Flask framework. But that is not a part of this thing right now. Okay, so we'll be just doing this tkinter module. Okay, so I want enter city. If I enter city over here, okay, and if I click on this button, submit button, okay. So this is a simple kind of UI what I need. I want an enter box, okay. So enter city, okay, and the temperature minimum is, and then submit. Okay, this is your two box. The moment I write Davangere over this box and submit it, okay, here the temperature minimum should be printed. Okay. So how to do this? Okay, this is a kind of UI I need. Okay. So basically what all I need is like I need two labels, enter city and temperature minimum one. Okay. So if I've seen the format of rows and columns, okay, this is my zeroth. Okay, this is my zeroth row. Okay, if I see this as columns and this, okay, this is my zeroth column, this is my first column. Okay, this is my first column and this is my second column. So 0, 1, 2, 3 rows and 2 columns are there. Okay, so this entry city is in the row 0 and column 0. Okay, this entry box is in actually row 0 and column 1. Okay, so why I'm telling you that is because I want now label 1. Okay, how will I get label? Okay, this label is there in the tkinter. I don't know the spelling of it. Let us take it from here. Label spelling is this. Yeah. Okay. On label, what I need the text to be what? Enter city. Okay. I want it to be enter city. Okay. Where do I need to place this? Okay. I want it to be here, row 0 and column 0. Okay. If I run this, you can see enter city has come. Okay. So please try this now. Hello. Yeah, did you try this thing? Okay, is it working in your system the same way which is it is working in my system? Yes or no? Still trying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it's
Okay,
working.
then yeah. Okay. So then we'll proceed. Okay. The next thing what I need is like according to the diagram. Okay, I need one more label. Okay, that is to be labeled as uh, label 2. Okay. Where I want it to be on where row 1 and column 0. So I'll make it to row 1 and column 0. Okay, and here the text basically I want on that is like temperature is temperature colon something like that. Okay, so I want this. Okay, so let me see whether it works or not. Sorry. Yeah, so enter city is there, temperature is there. Okay, so temperature as well as city. Okay, so if I run this, enter city and temperature, I got two labels. Okay, the next thing what I need is like, sorry, yeah, okay. Next thing what I need is like I need two entry boxes over here. Okay, so E1 is equal to entry. In entry, I need not to write any text. Okay, but I need to specify the grid and which window it should belong. Okay, so row is equal to I want E1 to be in front of this. Okay, so E1 to be in front of this means row is equal to 0, column is equal to 1. Okay, yeah, I want him to be built for the same window what I'm creating. Okay, so let me check whether it works or not. So you can see I'm also doing unit testing. The moment I write two lines of code, I'm testing whether it is working or not. This is also a process. Okay, as a developer, we follow in companies. We never write complete code in a single shot and do it. Okay, we always try to see the small bit by bit. Okay, we don't take a huge target. We always try to take small targets and try to convert means do all the small things. Okay, see once one thing is working, then we can concentrate on next thing. Initially if you write the complete code, if there is an error or there is an issue, okay, it is very difficult for us to find out that in a very huge code. Okay, so always when you're writing code, okay, please after writing a two lines of code also or one complete work, if it is done, check it out. That is called as unit testing, functional testing or unit testing we call that as. Okay, in the company means uh, process of it, testing process. Okay, so developer who is developing, if he is doing bit by bit testing, that is called as this. So I wrote one entry box and I'm trying to I'm checking whether it is working or not. Okay, so yes, it is working. Okay, so let me see with the another I will create one more box for my temperature so that I can print the data here. Okay, if I run this, oh, there is no entry box. I wrote just entry E2 box also. Why it might not be there? Can anybody debug this and tell me why it not, where that another entry box went? Anybody tell this? Let me see like how you are actually trying to understand the code.
Overlapping.
Yes, okay. The reason is like I didn't change the column name and the row name. Okay, row number. Okay, so this is the reason. Overlapping, it's happening, overlapping. Okay, so now it is there. Okay, so according to design, I got completed these four things. I want one more button here. Okay, so what is that? Who will give me button? Du is equal to, there is something called as button. Okay, you can check out here. Yeah, it's there. Button. What is the text that I need on button? I want this button to be where? Can anybody help me out? Which grid? Where should I put? What is the row and what is the column? Yeah. See this and tell. Row is how much? 2 row and 1 is a column. Okay. Row 2 and column 1. Okay, so now my design is ready. Okay, this is only the front UI. Okay, I have created only UI. Right now nothing is happening. I can just type something, but there is no functionality for this button. There's nothing is happening with this button. Okay, just a simple UI I have created for right now. Okay, please try this and see, okay, the same UI you are getting or not. If done, please let me know. I'll show you how to now integrate these two things, this one and this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now you can see, okay, this button is not having any functionality. Okay, so how do I provide him a functionality? What I'm planning to do, give him a functionality, nothing but first I need to write a function. Okay, so I'm just writing a function, okay, which does what? Just print hello on the screen. Okay, so if I click on that button, it should print hello on the screen. Let us take first do this much. Okay, whether button works or not, let us see that. Okay, so to make the button to this, okay, what should I do is that I should use that keyword argument called as command is equal to the function name. What is the function name I have taken? fun. Okay, so command is equal to fun. Right now, if I run this, what is the functionality of this button? Submit. Can you please tell me what is that I have written? I have written like, okay, please print hello on the screen. So if I click submit, you can see what is happening, printing hello on the screen. Okay, the number of times I click it, okay, it is printing hello on the screen. Right now, the functionality of this is what? Print hello on the screen. But basically, what do I need? I need to take the city name from here, okay, and go to that API, get the data from the temperature of that city, and bring it back here. Okay, try this whether it works with the function or not. Hello. Yeah, is it done? Are you
Yes,
guys
sir.
like able to create this and see whether the button is working or not? Hello, it's working, right? Yeah. So if that is done, then the next process is like, okay, to take the data from this entry one. How to get the data from entry one? Okay. How to get the data instead of hello? Okay. What I need to print is like the data which is there in that box. Okay, entry one. Okay. How to do that? Data is equal to e1.get. It is very easy, right? Python is easy. Okay, what I need to do, I want to do get. Okay, so the moment I click on this button submit, it will take the data from e1, okay, and give it to him, and then I'm going to print it. Okay, I'm going to print it. Let us try this. Submit. You can see whatever I wrote here, okay, that is getting printed. Okay, right now it was this. Right, Muhammad, it is taking whatever the data I'm printing. Okay, if I write 786 something, some random numbers, it is taking that data. So it is working in real time, right? I'm able to get the data from here and print on the screen. Okay, try this. Do this even.get. After this, because people who are listening, I mean, so who are not listening, please make sure, okay, you concentrate at least now because I'm going to give a task to you. Okay, you have to submit that task. Yeah. Try this and let me know once it is done. I'll go with the next process. What is the next step I'm going to do? Okay. And if you're please, if you want, you can note it down also. Like what are the steps we started? You can see to build a small project also. Okay. We are trying to understand. Okay, means we are doing each and everything step by step. We are not directly writing the complete code. Okay. We are going each and every line by line. Okay. How it has to be built. Okay. And this is what you need to understand. Main thing from this thing is like not getting the codes from me or not getting the data from me. It is the knowledge. Okay, it is the way I am doing. Okay, the way, the understanding of how it has to be done. This is very important for you guys. Yeah, done with this. Whatever we write, are you able to print that on the screen? If that is done, then instead of this data, I'll be writing city over here. Okay, and I'll be putting that code here. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now, I know that okay, if I take the data from here, city, okay, so here I was actually taking from the user. Right now I don't want it from the user. Okay, I directly want it from him. Okay, and these are the two modules what I need. Okay, so I'll just put them here. Okay, so city I will get it from the UI, means the box. Okay, and the city will be given to him. Okay, and he will, this API will go to internet and collect the data and give it in the format of text to us. Okay, and I am converting that text to a dictionary. After that I am printing the temperature. So when I run this, okay, if I give Davangere, it was printing on the screen itself. Okay, and I'm actually taking from the UI from here itself. Okay, so from this input function right now. Okay, if I write here Davangere and submit, okay, you can see right now my code still is like it is going to print on the screen. Okay, try this. If you have any doubts, please ask me. It's not like only trying my code what I'm going to give you. Okay, if you are not able to understand, please ask me. Now it is your duty to make sure that okay, you ask the questions and get to know these things. Okay, if you are quite, it is like later on you have to regret that I was a chance to learn, but I couldn't ask it, and I was the time went. Okay, nobody is here to judge you. You can just be. If it's a very silly question, also you can ask me. Okay, if it is, even I will have fun.
Yes, sir.
Done. Okay. So can you tell me the next thing what I need to do? What might be the next thing? Okay. Right now my working till here is done. Okay. So can you think of a? I know you guys have, you might have not seen this. Some people might have done this. I don't know. Okay. But what is the next process? Okay. So if I submit right now, what is happening is temperature is getting printed over here. What would be the next step I need to do? If I want to, means what according to my requirement? Yeah. Anybody?
In the window, the temperature must be printed.
Good. Okay. So instead of printing on the screen, I don't want it to do it here. I want it to put it on the E2 box. Okay. How can I do that? I can just use insert. Okay. Insert this data over here. Insert this temperature to this place. Okay. So sorry, it is to be like data. Okay. So down get it. Okay, it is printing here as well as here. Okay, so I'll just comment this line so that it should not print on the screen. I just want him to print on the UI. Okay, is it done? Yes. Okay, but you see, okay, right now I'll change it to Bangalore. Bengaluru. And if I submit, okay, what is happening? It is taking the data and also it is like it is appending. I don't want this to happen. I want him to delete this and give me new data. Okay, what I actually need, I want to delete the old data and give me new data. Okay, so 0.end. This is what it should happen. Okay, right now the complete thing is done. Designing for this, you can do it anyway. Okay, the coloring and all. Okay, you can do it anyhow, however you want it to be done. Okay, if I give Bangalore, okay, it is changing to Bangalore's data. Okay. Yes, you people can present this also. See, don't go in the line of codes. Okay, it is that you need to see that. Okay, because the one of the best reason why people choose Python is that okay, the number of lines you have to write is less. Okay, it is not that okay. If the lines are less, okay, there's a mini project, nothing like that. Okay, in data science, the biggest of the biggest code what I have written in company is like 200 lines of code, not beyond that. Okay, so maximum lines of code when it comes to data science is like very less. Okay, five you can actually get like crores of money just to write 5 lines of code. Okay, just for 5 lines of code people can earn crores of money if they are data scientists. Okay, but understanding and writing those exact 5 lines of code is really important. Okay, that only a data scientist can do. Okay, so there is huge money into this domains. Okay, only thing is like you have to work hard. Okay, and understand what the company requires from you. Okay, so I'll be giving you a list of things, okay, which you need to study, okay, for your things, and you have to be expert in that. Okay, so that you can able to crack interviews. Okay, actually you can go and download my book also. Okay, in which like 1,500 questions, more than that many questions are there in that book. Okay, if you study that book, 95% of the questions will come from that book. Okay, and we also help people in understanding, okay, learning automata fix code beta questions, how to crack hackathon interviews. Okay, how to crack AMCAT things and all, because companies like Mindtree and all, they have huge openings. And one more thing best about that Mindtree company is like this year they are launching a new branch in Bangalore. Okay, and they are trying to develop a new team. Okay, and the new team is like purely going to work on AI. Okay, the data scientists they have got from USA. Okay, they are like the real data scientists. Okay, who have worked for very big companies. Now those people are going to work in Mindtree, okay, on a new project. Okay, so companies like Mindtree, okay, which was in a service-based company, but also they have got some product might be, but it has like right now it is starting its own research thing. Okay, Mindtree, IBM is already working on it from past so many years, but wherever it is like starting it off now, okay, you can get into there. Okay, such companies will give you clear cut and opening, because you don't have any seniors over there to guide you. Okay, that will be like you are doing the real research, and you will be the whole and soul of that team. Okay, which is actually how you want the environment to be in a company. Okay, and the rest of the people who are going to come after you will be like under you. Okay, so you can jump into this domain right now itself. Okay, and you can start working on it. Okay, so try this. Is it working or not? Let me know. Okay, is it working? So we have created a project here. Okay, which does okay tell us, okay, based on the city name, it tells us that what is the temperature of it, weather forecasting. Okay, any particular doubts you have, you can let me know. Okay, so that I have this 1 hour session to brief you out. Okay, what is resume, okay, how it has to be, and the exact columns what it should contain. Okay, and how to add your project things also. Okay, so not just knowing about the project, how to present that in a format of a resume. Okay, I'll be able to tell you that as well. Any specific doubts regarding this session, regarding this thing, okay, please ask me right now. Okay, don't keep it for yourself, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, Yes. Yeah. Yes. No doubts. Yesterday also we had a lot of time to ask doubts. Today people were like, okay, we were not understanding that, this and all. Okay. So when you have opportunity, please try to utilize it. No questions? Okay. So I'll just tell you like, okay, some way of writing resume. Okay. The main things in your resume should be your name, address, okay, contact details like phone and email, okay, and 100% you should put your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, go create today. Okay, so go create today itself. Okay, and after this, okay, the objective. Okay, objective, please write it according to like your own words. Okay, like why you, what is your objective of your life, and how about your career. Okay, career objective basically. Okay, yeah, I'm just giving a format. These are the things what should be there. Okay, no exactly like don't put it in a text file. Okay, and whenever you're sending resumes to anybody, please send it in PDF format. Okay, always send the resumes in PDF format. Okay, so once the objective is done, your education details. Okay, so if you have done internship, okay, so please put about the internship. Okay, when you're writing about the internship, you have to majorly tell about what the roles and responsibilities were of yours. Okay, what was the roles and responsibilities you did in your internship. Okay, and a project section. Okay, so here actually you can put like your achievement section or a project. Okay, so when you're writing project, okay, make sure you write the title. Okay, and a small like 4 to 5 lines of abstract, I can say. Basically abstract means, okay, you are trying to give, means it is an overview. It is actually by seeing the abstract itself you know to read the complete thing. Okay, abstract should have minimum some 2 lines of like problem statement of your project. Okay, and your proposed system. Okay, once you do this, okay, here also you have to write your roles and responsibilities. Okay, what was your role in doing this project. Okay, and how did you do it. Okay, what was your idea. If you have just given the idea also, how was the approach for you and how did you do this. Okay, so this is one of the simpler way to write this. Okay, and the tools and technology used, if you write it is more good. Okay, you have to also write tools and technology used. Okay, so that they can understand, okay, you actually have a hands-on work on this. Okay, tools and technologies used by you to develop these projects. Okay, so if you are trying to build a resume, okay, these are the main things. Okay, and then in nothing but the achievement section will have, if you have won any awards or presented some blogs and all. Okay, you can write it as like hobby projects or mini project or major project. Okay, anyhow, everybody's resume will have mini and major project. So you would have a hobbyistic project thing. Okay, where you can actually write about the projects what you have actually done and worked on. Okay, and also if you have hackathon means hackerang thing. Okay, you can also put the hackerang link of yours. Okay, start contributing on Stack Overflow. Okay, Medium. Okay, so start studying those websites for your betterment of your things. Okay, and read more magazines for doing this. Okay, apart from that, for the interview sake, you should also work on your communication skills and the way you present yourself. Okay, so remove the fear of actually it's not fear, it is like lack of knowledge, I feel. Okay, if I ask you to speak something, you guys are like keeping mute because you might not know, or you are, it is not the fear, you lack knowledge. Okay, if you are really confident, it is easy for you to unmute yourself and speak. Okay, but the people usually don't speak when they don't know. Okay, yesterday it was very simple question, right? I asked you like what is a vegetable, it is kept in shop, red color and this. Okay, everyone who knows, I mean, who was participating and was active and they know the answers, they said it is tomato. Okay, so speaking on stage or off stage, okay, it is only because of the knowledge. Okay, if you have the topic idea, okay, you can go and speak. If you don't have an idea about it, okay, you don't go and speak. Okay, but sometimes, okay, the people who are really smart, okay, if they don't know the topic also, okay, if you assign them a task, go and speak something on the any topic, okay, they will randomly choose the things whatever they have their brain. Okay, and they'll tell something and come back. Okay, that confidence you get whenever you start speaking about the data what you have already with you. Okay, so this is one of the way how can actually you build yourself to speak in front of people. Why I'm telling you to concentrate on communication skills? Okay, because in a company you will be working for a team and you have to talk to the team and express your idea in front of those people. Okay, not just this, so many companies, big companies which take interviews, okay, what they do is like there'll be a panel of 7 to 8 people sitting or minimum 3 people sitting. Okay, and they will see the complete body language of yours. Okay, and you need to have habits of how to eat food also. Like they will take you to restaurants and all, and they'll check like, okay, how do you actually eat? Okay, so that also specifies like, okay, how your behavior might be. Okay, the way the table manners we say. Okay, those are all the things what we need to like develop. Okay, so most of the people, okay, if they feel struggle, they struggle a lot. Okay, when they travel, means if they're not placed in the campus, okay, they have to suffer a lot when they go to college, means Bangalore. And because Bangalore competition is completely different. Okay, all over the Indian people come there and they go and get things there. Okay, and when it comes to people's aggregate, okay, I want to also tell people, okay, the people who have good aggregates, it's always good. Okay, the people who don't have aggregates, okay, doesn't really matter. Okay, it doesn't really matters. Okay, if you have aggregate or not, the only thing matters is like your skills. Okay, if you have good skills, okay, if you have good understanding of the technicality and the means for the roles what they are looking for, the company is looking for, if you know those technical stuff, okay, they will hire you for sure. Okay, so and then you put your what is that strengths and weaknesses. Okay, actually need not to put that, but if you are trying to put your strengths or something related to you, personal details, something like that. Okay, or what you are. Okay, try to put that. Okay, you have very good listening skills, because that is the main thing what they look in a person. Okay, when it comes to an employment. Okay, main thing is like you should have very good listening skills. Okay, and self learning skills. Okay, you should have something like, okay, by reading something you should be able to understand. Okay, you should have very good skills to go to internet. Okay, get the data and the relevant data. Okay, in a very short period of time. That is also very important. Okay, going to internet and getting the data is very easy task, anybody can do it, but getting an in time and the relevant data is very difficult. Okay, it's only very few people, okay, they have an idea of doing that also. Okay, so you even have to work on it. Okay, so to see like, okay, how it has to be done. Okay, and then they'll ask you about the personal details like family details and all. Okay, so put it in a very short form like your family details and all this thing, and then a declaration. Okay, so if you have not done your resume till now, please prepare a resume. Okay, Yeah, you can add a section of achievements, okay, and education details, okay, and the if you are not having aggregate doesn't really matter, but if you can push it till in your seventh and eighth sem, please try to do it. Okay, for the people who are in from fifth and sixth sem, okay, you have got lot of time. Okay, I mean not lot of time, but you have to study right now and to increase that aggregate of yours. Okay, right now the criteria is like minimum 60 in 65 in PUC, 65 in SLC, and here the CGPA is like minimum 6.75. Less than that, it's quite difficult. Okay, you will not get opportunity to talk to people. Okay, so once you can talk, then only you can actually express yourself and sell yourself. Okay, if you don't get an opportunity itself, it is a thing. Okay, so people who have good aggregates, okay, they start concentrating on the technicalities. Okay, so the technical stuff, and they start building the logical and verbal things. Okay, and try to participate as much as possible. Okay, and also try to do some publications on the papers, publication of papers, writing blogs. Okay, we do provide opportunities to people to do those things. Okay, we do help people to do internships. Okay, and we provide internships. Okay, so we can actually help people to learn something new and industrial oriented stuff. Okay, so basically what I try to do in this session is also like, okay, I wanted to make you to understand, okay, what is a project. Okay, how does it actually built in as a developer, how does it he actually does it. Okay, so and then coming back to this project cycle thing. Okay, in a company, the how does a project comes to a company and how does it get delivered. Okay, the first thing is like we will have a marketing people called as business analyst in our industry. Okay, so these are the high paid people. Okay, because these are the people who brings business to the company. Okay, and business analysts use Python and data analytics as well. Okay, so these people, they understand the strategy of the complete how was the growth of this thing. Okay, and by machine learning you can also do predictions of, okay, how and visualizing the data and trying to hit hidden patterns of this. All these are like done by business analysts. Okay, so business analysts are data engineers, I can say. Okay, so these people, they also have the idea about the company, as well as they go to the customers and try to bring up the work for the company. Okay, these are the people who get paid huge in the company. Okay, so once they get that thing, okay, there are some team called a software architect. They sit and design the architecture of the software. Okay, how it has to be. Okay, and if it is a database architecture, then there is a Oracle person or is an admin, we call him as an admin. Okay, or a SQL consultant, we say. Okay, so he'll be helping us to design a database. Okay, that is also huge. Okay, if you learn only SQL and no SQL and MongoDB, such things. Okay, only Oracle also if you learn, it's like you can have a package of 3 lakh per month. Okay, so there people are like uh, doing that. Once software architect is like designing the complete architecture, he will split that architecture into small story cards. Okay, and then he provide it to the managers, nothing but the non-technical managers. These managers in a company are like, okay, they don't know, they know only technical stuff to tell you guys. Okay, they don't know to build. Okay, so but senior developers and these people, they will exactly know, okay, how the working has to be done. Okay, and software architect is the person who tells which language to be used. Okay, which database to be used. Okay, how much amount of memory we need. Okay, each and everything will be specified by that person with discussion of with you guys. Okay, the junior associate software developers and the senior software developers. Okay, but yeah, you can have any moment of your point and your opinion. Okay, your opinion always matters. Okay, please try to remember that. And always whenever you think of an idea, okay, try to present it. Okay, whether it might be good or bad. Okay, whether it not be appreciated. Okay, let it be a dumb idea, but try to present it. Okay, you might think it is a dumb idea, but for those people it might be a good idea. Okay, so yes, so once you this architecture team, they design it. Okay, means software story cards will be given to you. Okay, and you will read those story cards, understand the customer requirement for more than 6 to 8 months, just to read and understand, okay, what is the requirement and what is the product we are going to build. Okay, once you understand the requirement, that is when you actually touch laptop system for the sake of code. Okay, and right now in companies, okay, the moment you do code, okay, immediately on that day itself it should be running. Okay, that is called as continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay, so you have to run the code and deploy in a single cloud where you and your all the teammates will be deploying the code. Okay, all the code should be running in that. Okay, if any issues are there, then you have to solve those issues. Okay, so you might have to learn some of the SVN and GitHub kind of thing. Okay, so if you have don't have a GitHub account, okay, please create a GitHub account. Okay, and also try to put your GitHub profile in your resume. Okay, I have a lot of freelancers who work for me. Okay, there are so many people who are still in their B. Okay, they have not yet completed. They're in second year of B. Okay, but they develop project for us. Okay, they do project development. Okay, there is a person whom we have helped to build his own company. Okay, in Bangalore. Okay, he is just in his third year. Okay, so if you guys have such things, you can come to me. I'll be able to help you out to do these things. Okay, so instead of you creating means you going to work for somebody, you can also create a platform for other people to come and work with you. Okay, and you can be a boss. Okay, not just a boss, like you can be a person who can actually provide jobs to other people. Okay, so it depends on you guys, like how you want it to be. And I don't think so only idea is required, not funding. Okay, so funding is not really a problem. Okay, yeah. So resume format and this. Okay, the skills mainly you should concentrate and build right now. Okay, these your soft skills. Okay, what is soft skills? Not software skills. Soft skills is nothing but, okay, the way you speak. Okay, the way the behavior of yours. Okay, so imagine there is a person, okay, who is really good in all technical aspects, but the way he speaks is like very worst. Okay, he's not a, let's say, the way, if you speak with him, he'll make you like not to feel so good. Okay, there is a person like that, and there is one more person who is technically sound. Okay, not so good, but he's an average technical person, but he's way, and the gem up with the team is really good. Okay, so whom would you prefer? Surely the people, means all the people would like to be with somebody, okay, who talks nicely. Okay, so that is what they require. Okay, if you are really good technically, very sound and all, you might be, but in a company you have to work with a team, so you have to have a very good behavior. Okay, so soft skills is really important. Okay, after that, your logical skills and aptitude. For aptitude, you can refer RS Agarwal. Okay, and study that. Okay, or else we have got training in our thing. Okay, you can actually contact us for that as well. Okay, we have personality development training as well. Okay, and you have to work on your technical skills. Okay, right now, as a CS or IS or EC engineer, the first technical programming language what you need to learn is like C programming. Okay, and I know all the people might think that, okay, as we are computer science engineer or EC engineer or triple engineer, okay, we had a subject called a C in our syllabus and we know C. Okay, this is the same thing what I had in my mind when I was in B. Okay, when I was in my seventh standard, seventh semester. Okay, I used to think if anybody asks me something on C, okay, I can answer. Okay, so what I did is like I attended one interview. My college was not really good. Okay, so I attended one interview. Okay, that is like a pool campus. It was. I went there. The company name was Aptian. Okay, you can go and search. It is a very good company. Okay, so they called for pool campus. I went there. They gave me C program. Okay, to write a program to find whether the given number is something like palindrome or not. Yeah, I remember palindrome or not. Okay, so I wrote code like this when I was in seventh semester. I wrote this was the code I wrote for the that answer question. Okay, palindrome. First round was aptitude. I was kind of good in logical thinking. Okay, so I created aptitude. Second round was technical coding. Okay, so C programming or any language was preferable. I wrote this line of code, these many lines of code. Okay, as I belong to EC background, okay, I was not knowing I should write bracket here and return 0. Okay, so I remember this endl because in endl it is like a HTML model, we write this endl. Okay, this was the code what I wrote, and I was expecting them to call me. Okay, one day went, they didn't call me. The next day, okay, I wanted to know that, okay, why didn't they call me? Okay, so what I did is like I sat and thought like what was the means, what did I write? Okay, this is what I wrote there. Okay, so as I have written only this much, I remember only 6 lines, right? So I know, okay, what I have written. So I understood. I went to Google and searched. Okay, this is nowhere the answer for that program. Okay, so if I was the recruiter, okay, would I hire myself? Not really. Okay, I would no one would do that. Okay, so what did I do is like I understood that I don't know anything right now of programming. Okay, so I started to work on, okay, I just finished off my 8th semester. Okay, the June 9th, June 13th, I went to like uh, a person called as Subhash. Okay, he's a author of so many books. Okay, so right now he stopped training people, but he takes only some 10 to 15 people and train them up. I was having aggregate of very good aggregate like 60. Yeah, so those people, they didn't allow me to attend interviews, many interviews. Okay, so 3 months I sat and I used to do coding. Okay, after 3 months, one, I was skilled enough. Okay, uh, I went to like means my friends went to a company called as Hawaii. Okay, and they actually wrote means they attend the interview. Okay, the cutoff was 70%, which I was not eligible. Okay, so they didn't call me, but they went there. Huawei is a Chinese company. They saw Chinese people and they came. I was like kind of fascinated with these Chinese guys. I wanted to see Chinese guys. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, which is a very wrong thing to do. Okay, but I did this in my life. Okay, I just faked in my resume that, okay, I had aggregate of 70 in my BE, and yeah, I did this and I went to a company. I attended interview first round. I attended. I cracked. Second round I cracked. I thought like, okay, they will not call me because in the second round, end of the time, they told like, okay, it was 4:30. They said like, we will let you know. So let you know means HRs won't call us. So I thought they won't call me. I'm safe. I came back. But the next day they called me and they said, Thursday you have interview. Again I went there. Third round went. I cleared. Okay. On the fourth moment, okay, I went to my HR. I mean, the person who called me for the interview. I went to her and I told her, ma'am, I don't have 70 aggregate. I was just bluffing, and I just wanted to see that, okay, what is that people ask for 70% student that 60% people don't know. Okay, so she literally like laughed at me and told me that, okay, you attend fourth round. Okay, if you clear this, like I was actually thinking if I was not afraid because I was knowing no, I will not get selected. So those people told me that, okay, she gave me an opportunity. The reason was like it was a walk-in and 10,000 people have attended that, and there was the eighth person. So she gave me an opportunity that, okay, in that 10,000 people, you're the eighth person to crack third round of interview. Okay, so go for the fourth interview. If you get rejected, anyhow you have to go back home. Okay, but if you get selected, okay, we'll see what next. Okay, and then I attended interview fourth round. I cleared. I went and told ma'am that, okay, I have this problem. So this is the thing. She told, okay, we'll see. Okay. But the next day she called me and told me, okay, we have spoken with the managers and you are in my company. Okay. And I used to work for Huawei for 2 years, into 2018. Okay. In that 9,000 crowd, it was only that me, I guess, who has 60 aggregate and working with all 70 aggregate people. Okay. So that is the day when I realized, okay, it is skills what we need, not percentage or these things. Okay. If you sit and learn skills, it is very easy. Okay. And I tell you, programming is dead easy. Okay. Anybody can learn it and they can have huge, good future in this. Okay, so this is kind of a small thing. I think if the people who don't have aggregate, they can actually get to know that, okay, if you just grow your skills, okay, that would be more than enough for you to get into a company. Okay, yeah. So any particular things you guys have okay, to ask me about what the company needs from you and any such questions. Okay, so as I work in company and I like work on multiple domains. Okay, so I started with my career with embedded systems, and then right now I was working as a data scientist and machine learning engineer. Okay, so we build a lot of models and all. If you have any doubts, particular doubts, you can ask me. Okay, so hopefully this code also I'll be sharing with you. Okay, so yeah, so okay, yeah, I just wanted to also show you some things. Okay, like what AI can actually do. So this is one of the thing what you people need to know. What is the main difference between machine learning and deep learning? Okay, in machine learning, feature extraction and classic feature extraction is done by us. In deep learning, feature extraction is not done by us. Machine itself will do it. Okay, this is one of the very important interview question for a machine learning engineer. They'll ask. Okay, and see deep learning everywhere. We have actually seen in internet and cloud, machine and biological media, restaurant means entertainment. Also, deep learning is used. Okay, security and defense, autonomous machines. Okay, so 14 million images. This is how much the data we have collected. Okay, so deep learning. Okay, so deep learning is in computer vision, natural language processing is for speech processing, speech, robotics and AI, music and arts. Okay, so basically this is how our neuron looks. That's the reason it is called as like neural networks. Okay, so this is how our brain neurons. I think if you have studied computer science, you might have remembered this: dendrites, cell body, nucleus, axon terminals, and all. Okay, so this is one of the logic means models. Okay. एक minute. Yeah. So please, I'm giving you some time, okay? I'll take a break for 5 minutes. 4 o'clock will continue.
Yes, hello everyone. I hope it's going on well. Yasin sir, you're there?
Sir, I'm here. I came back.
Sir, have you given any task to the students?
No, sir. I was just telling like I don't know they were there or not. So
Hmm.
yeah. So I was just telling them. I showed them a model. Okay, so how to build it. This and I showed them how to what is the resume format should be. Okay, and
Huh.
what is industry require from them. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I just told them like a brief thing that okay how it should be working, and I showed them like a kind of UI pilot also, because only data analytics, some people who are not interested in going in data analytics, they can at least show
Yeah.
they are Python developers and they can go into this domain. So
Okay.
the project I did like this. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, so the task for them is like yesterday. Some people have. I gave yesterday one task. Okay. So these people have collected the data set and they have assigned this. Okay. So only
Yeah.
37 people have done. Okay. I want the rest of other people also to do it. So with this same data set, I want you to proceed with the project. Okay. So
Yeah.
data set what you have collected. Okay, the people who have collected this data set. Okay, so with the same data set, you can proceed with the project. Okay, you can do data pre-processing and then submit the IPNB files to us and the CSV file to us in this same classroom. Okay, so once you send it to us, okay, you just give me a reminder. Okay, so that I can actually go and check it out. Okay, if you are finding any difficulty and all, you can contact me any moment of time. Okay, I have also
Okay.
provided the email IDs and the details, or else you can also ping me in. Yeah, I think yeah, here itself, right? I have provided some here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So,
anybody is having any kind of doubt that you want to get in touch with sir, or you want to clarify any kind of doubt related to project, or related to your CV, anything like that related to learning data science or data analytics. Yes, anything to ask? Yes, Aishwarya, Amog, yes, Diksha,
yeah.
yes. If you have anything in your mind, yes, Vinanti,
Not just technical, any other doubts if you have to ask
any
anything.
other things that you can ask for, sir. Any difficulties like you are having in creating your resume, technologies to include, projects to include. Sir, I hope they have learned the project today that is to be included in their CV.
Yeah, yeah, sir. They can add this. Yesterday, 3 projects also they can add with the name of like breast cancer detection, and today's morning session was like bank loan prediction system. Okay,
Ah,
and these are the trending things. Okay, if they actually write up blogs on this, also they'll be notified.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then, so we will be so winding it off now. So the thing is, I thank on behalf of GMIT, on behalf of Department of Information Science and Engineering, I thank Mohammad Yasin sir for sparing his valuable time in educating our students in the project development to build their resume. So very thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, sir has a company. He is a founder of Excentia Technologies Bangalore Private Limited. He's a founder of that company, and he has established an training academy in Davangere called Maisa Training Academy. So, if you want to get in touch with the sir for any kind of help, he will be there always for you to provide all kind of help. Okay. So. Yes, the certification and all, we will send you the feedback and post workshop form. So you have to fill up both the forms. Once you fill up both the forms, the certificate will be automatically generated and will be given to you. Okay. So we have automated the process. So once you give the feedback and once you take the post form or quiz, so after submitting that quiz, you will get your certificate in your mail. And see, I'm forwarding the Google form in the WhatsApp group. And for those who have not attended regularly for the sessions, only 63 to 64 people have attended the sessions. While you others, like you have to get the access of the certificate from me. Okay. So this is all for our today's workshop. Hope we have learned. Hope you have learned something which is valuable and value added to your resume. So that will be beneficial in your interviews. Okay. So some of the students have joined just now. If you want to ask anything related to the workshop, related to your resume, related to anything, you can ask. Yes, anyone? Yes, so once again, I thank Yasin sir. Yasin sir,
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
yes, so we will wind it out.
Yeah.
And the videos related to this workshop, I will